Research says that we can only attend to 1/1,000,000th of the sensory information bombarding us at any one time. Give you an example of that. Right now, how many of you are aware of what you smell? How about what you taste? How about what you see? Look at me, but look at all this out here. How about what you hear? Temperature of your body? The feel of your clothing on your skin. See, we can't attend to all of that at any one time, or we'd be crazy. Now imagine if I took that sensitivity and turned it up times 10. All of a sudden, you're smelling more, you're seeing more, you're hearing more, you're feeling more, you're hotter, you're colder. That starts to become kind of challenging to deal with. But that is oftentimes a normal state of existence for foster children. Being lived at a heightened state of arousal. They see more, they hear more, they smell more, they sense more. They feel more. Heightened sense of arousal. And they can't just block it out. It's too much. But wrestling with that it's not fear, it's not the boo fear. It's the stress and the survival fear. Because the reality is, having to go upstairs to get the Kleenex means I must transition from where I'm at right now, which is a state of comfort. I must engage physically to have to go up the stairs. Then I have to go and find the Kleenex. And then I have to use my energy to blow my nose, which I would just assume wipe on my shirt or lick away. And then I have to turn around and I have to come back downstairs and I have to come all the way back into the living room. I have to sit down again and then I have to re-engage what I was doing. Now, who wants to do all that? No one wants to do all that. And the prospect of having to do that can be just flat out overwhelming. Flat out overwhelming. How many of you on Saturday afternoon have been engaged in a good old movie and all of a sudden the phone rings or someone knocks at the door? Shoot! Can't even watch a movie. Daddy! Yes? And then after you close the door, you go back. They just ruined it. All that adjustment for our adult systems. Imagine all of the demand that couldn't get created for a child's system. But see, we don't think about that because it's too mundane, day-to-day. There's too much to attend to. We just go up and get the dang Kleenex. Why you got to go through all of that, huffing and puffing? See, it's too overwhelming. But if we'll just slow down, we can think about it. Now, does that mean that we like it, that he talks back and won't do it when we ask him to do it? No. Does that mean we condone it? No. But is that where he's at? Yes. And does us getting frustrated with that child for that behavior make that behavior go away? No. It just continues over and over and over again. Why did I do that? All behavior arises from a state of stress. In between the behavior and stress is the presence of primary emotion, love or fear. Remember, stress and fear through any of your sensory pathways. You're not going to know what causes stress and fear. It is not important for you to know what causes it. It is more important for you to see and to understand and recognize that the behavior you're seeing in that moment is coming from a place of stress and fear. And more than that, that behavior of, give me a behavior.
Playing with matches, setting stuff on fire.
Setting stuff on fire, which arises from a state of stress, causes you to feel what? Stress. Which then triggers which emotion for you? Love or fear?
Fear.
Fear. Which causes you to behave how?
Scared.
I told you to leave those matches alone! You're going to burn somebody's house! If you combine stress and fear with more stress and fear, what are you going to get more of?
Stress and fear.
Stress and fear. Stress and fear. Now, is a child playing with matches scary?
Yes, it is.
You bet it is. Make us feel unsafe? Absolutely. Make us worry about the child's future? Of course. Makes us worry about our future, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But does getting mad, yelling, consequencing, and everything else we tend to do in stress and fear, does it help? No. You know what it does, though? It makes us feel safer in the moment. And that's called the false illusion of fear. See, fear creates an illusion of safety. That if you can be in control in this moment, if you can exert your will in this moment, then all of a sudden you feel safer, you feel better. But that's an illusion because it goes away. It fades away and the anxiety sets right back in again. And it happens over and over and over again. We can talk about fire setting. But what we want to do is we want to recognize that that stress triggers that fear, and that fear drives that behavior. And what we want to do is we want to get to a place to where we can start to recognize our own fear. Because the stress model says it is through the expression, the processing, and the understanding of the fear that you can calm the stress and diminish the behavior. Through the expression, the processing, and the understanding of the fear that you can calm the stress and diminish the behavior. So first of all, I have to recognize as my parent the fear and the stress that has gotten created by finding out my child is playing with matches. And yes, I'm going to acknowledge it's scary because it is. But what I'm not going to do is allow the fear to overwhelm me. Because fear does three things. Not only does it cause confused and distorted thinking, suppress your short-term memory, but it causes you to obsess about the future. Oh my gosh, he's going to burn down somebody's house eventually. We're all going to end up in jail. It causes you to react from the past. Maybe you lost your home when you were a child. Maybe someone set fire to something, you got really scared. Or it takes you out of the present. So fear causes you to obsess about the future, react from the past, or it takes you out of the present. And the reality is the moment you are no longer in the present, you do not exist. Because the only thing that exists is right now. Right now.